Okay, let's give you guys some practice now. So somehow integrate this. The problem is that this is to the power of 3. So how would you go about solving this? So press pause and integrate this. Okay, so to do this, as usual, we would zoom into this bit here. Ignore this 3 for the time being. Now create a triangle in such a way that this thing will be true. Well, if you have a triangle, if you make the opposite to be x, the adjacent to be 1, then the hypotenuse will have no choice but to be the square root of x squared plus 1. But the thing is, we want this thing to the power of 3, but at the moment we've got this thing square root. So what you do is, well, if you look at this, this is secant. So secant theta equals hypotenuse over 1. Hypotenuse over 1. So so looking at it, at the moment we've got square root of this thing here, but we want this thing here to be a cube. So what you do is you square both sides. That will then give you this. That will then give you this. So you square both sides, but now this is getting closer to this now. So now cube both sides. So so cubing both sides would then give you this. Cube this side would be secant to the power of 6 theta. So now now we can put this into this whole block here, and then now looking at the diagram again, we want dx. So looking at this, tan theta equals x over 1. So now differentiate both sides. So so differentiate both sides. So that will then give you this. Now you've got your dx. So put this block into the dx here. Then this whole thing here will then become this. Will then become this thing here. Okay, so now tidy this up. That will then take you to here. And then tidy this thing up. 1 over secant to the power 4 is really cos to the power 4. So now use the reduction formula. So using the reduction formula on this, remember, using the reduction formula, n is 4. Okay, so 1 over 4, remember n is 4. So 4 take away 1, that would be 3. And then 4 take away 1, that would be 3. 4, 4, and then 4 take away 2, that would be 2. That will then take you to here. But then apply the reduction formula again, but on this bit here. So applying the reduction formula again will then give you this thing here. So this block becomes this block here. You've got 3 over 4, 3 over 4. So applying the reduction formula again, well, this time n will be 2. So it'd be 1 over 2, and then 2 take away 1, that would be 1, and then 2 take away 1, that would be 1, 2, 2, and then here you've got 2 take away 2 would be 0. So anything to the power of 0 is 1. So now that will then take you to here, and then tidy this up, and then multiply this out. That will then give you this. Multiply this out, and at the same time integrate this. That will then give you this. So that will then take you to here. So this is our answer here. But the thing is, we don't want the answer in terms of theta. We want everything in terms of x. So going back to our diagram right from the start, that will then take you to here. So from above, this was a diagram from earlier. So looking at the diagram earlier, we want to translate everything. So if you look at cos would be this. Cos would be 1 over the hypotenuse, which would be this x squared plus 1. But then when you have cube, you times by itself 3 times. That will then give you this thing here. So all 3 here will then be this thing here. And then sine, looking at sine, sine will be this. This will be sine, so it will be opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. And then later on we can tidy this up. Later on we can tidy this up. Well, anyway, carry on with this. So cos will be, this will be cos. So cos will be 1 over hypotenuse, 1 over hypotenuse. So so this thing here will then become this. And then you've got your sine. Remember, the sine is this. It will be opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. So that will be your sine. And then we want theta. Well, if you look at this, tan. This is tan here. Tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. That would be this. So if you want theta, then inverse tan equally to both sides. That will then give you this. So theta is this theta here. We can put this into this theta. That will then take us to here. So so that will then take us to here. And then now tidy up everything. Tidy up everything. Hang on. So now this times this will actually become this thing squared. Think about it. It would be x squared plus 1 squared. And then you've got your 4 here, your 4 here, and then x here, x here. And then this thing here times this thing here will then just give you this. And then you've got your x, and then 3 over 8, and so on. So this whole thing here will then become this. And this is your final answer. Okay?